Hstv, inspiring wellness.
Kasia here the room every Hstv Ghana and Andy Grow TV Ohio. By family Hstv so and the first so the bosom that at so edonomian sawa in film mienu ne edononnan mu embra asosa en sama eje him and the able from pa e ya man mu no bosom for na ma ADEPA do gan bajo bano semono edwasa e de bosom wo se na no pemu akan kase bo e Hstv so en sam ne bubuja na yedi makotin ebini for Inkabomuku Metra Setak Edin Sem at Jamuchem say, oh my man penny His Excellency na Arudanko Akofado, Enkosi 31st May 2024, say in some kind among the Ekano, so when to me end the Sudia, na a Dambeko strike. Sarah and Sunan Kanema Penny John Dramani Mahama and they all sign 80 franca, a Jama NDC Amunukuno, or they some 80 Joachim said, Sagana for na Domina Samota by the man who are fee about Babity Media, na about Besakai, T-Vet and Ye Brooksimu. Sarah and so now on for Alancha Mountain Echita for the same 80 Jamuchem say NPP Amunakuno Ebinim Edisika share Ra Alancha Mountain Chief Tafoni Bukutu pass that be met me every echo the NPP for Echi. Obasan ATV say ejodi formula pass the same 80 Jamuchem say almost say in 24 say almost see ejodi bia for farm mom ansana dia omu use no omabubuno. And some binum echo na maboa no abone bedema abajo bano semono edresa mede baba somo se na no pemu akan kase bo Hstv so ebusia metwa me ho aba me ba kase bo ni nchemu no mede baba somo Ebusha meda wasa wajebre atwen metimi adana me ho aba me sha ensam no ase Jana College of Education Teachers Association a omo aman mo chesetat e de sem etijamu chem se omo National Labour Commission for any aban ye mampani His Excellency na Adodanko Akofado eye hyehe efate bia omo emu ani omusika sem ho we ena mosoma aban agito mu se ya de obehwe na de amakan na wa ye e de amom na so besinda no omo nte free enfanfa we ntene sitak e de abetujamo chese enkosi men bosom na da etwa to kra e wa afi mu no sa aban anye sakraye bia e wa hyehyɛ na omo ne ekwa enu dia na e ya de ombeko strike na eye akoye se de ehi amono aban inform ensem bi se ne penifo e de tudwa
ye niabre ko. It will be recalled that in August 2023 SETAC members embarked on an indefinite strike action over our employer's failure to comply with the NLC's compulsory arbitration award, issued on 2nd May 2023 in a matter filed by the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. You will recall that SETAC members' August 2023 salaries got frozen by the Minister of Education just because we had embarked on a legal strike to demand for what was legitimately ours per the NLC's compulsory arbitration awards issued on 2nd May 2023, which the employer had failed to comply with. The salary freeze was used by the employer to unjustly intimidate and frustrate SETAC members for demanding what is legitimately ours. Notwithstanding the good gesture of SETAC members to call off our strike, the August 2023 strike, after the NLC intervened and appealed to us to do so in the interest of the state, the employer has still not restored the August 2023 frozen salary to some of our members, including my good self, the president of SETAC, Prince Obihima, whose August salary still remains locked up. As part of the implementation of the compulsory arbitration awards, our employer was to pay a top-up research allowance for the 2022-2023 academic year to deserving members. But to date, GTEC has failed to ensure that the allowances are paid. In the wake of all these intimidations, we as teacher educators continue to work selflessly for the country. Currently, our members who hold qualifications comparable to colleagues in the public universities have not been extended the same rate of remuneration and allowances as ordered by the NLC on the 2nd May 2023. The plight of SETAC members continues to deepen day by day as the stakeholders who are supposed to act on our legitimate issues have neglected their duties up to date for reasons best known to them. From the foregoing development, it's now very clear to SETAC members that our employer is deliberately denying us our legitimate compulsory arbitration awards without any reasonable justification. At this juncture, we would like to send a strong signal and message to our employers in unambiguous terms that we shall take our destinies into our own hands if by 31st May 2024, all the outstanding compulsory arbitration awards as listed below are not fully implemented. And those outstanding are: 1, an order that payment of 1 month's salary based on the respondent's salary, that is a SETAC's proposed salary grade, shall be paid to each of its entitled members as compensation for additional duty performed in the year 2022. Another outstanding, or second outstanding, an order that the agreed rate payable to public investors
Enkane mampeni a osan etu franka diame NDC amanyoko no meche ora John Dramani Mahama odensem atije ochemu se Ghana for na dom na samoto aba edema no afi abatim ni sotimi di nkunima na obeyo amampani dia na achese otena okundwane so a na mfe oha no obehya ase ama achechefo ina ache embofra no omukrom kase se de beya samocha de na ometimi ate ase yi afi su free education ni one achechefo ene awofo no ebeka bom amanedimu owienso a technical and vocational education no so no bema isakraya abem se de bia practicals no ebeye mo na osan HM se bi libraries ama esua for omo oman mo se de bia adesua betimi etumpon oni nsem nyina etudwa wa bram oni na grat for ekodi inhiemu.
All the infrastructure that is taking place in all the secondary schools, administration blocks, dining halls, dormitories, and science laboratories and all that, this government has taken almost about 60% of the GET fund and built STEM schools across the country and left the rest of the schools' projects to stall. So apart from capping the GET fund, it has also been collateralized. And so we will uncap the GET fund and decollateralize it in order that the full remit of the GET fund levy will go into education financing. The provision of free sanitary pads for female learners in both basic and senior high schools was initiated under the SWAL NDC administration. If you remember, our opponents now in government mocked us and called it the pad loan. For you, the unions, to have raised this as an issue in the concerns that you have presented to us means that our policy on sanitary pads was well thought through and needs to be looked at again. The NDC policy of infrastructure development will again be pursued vigorously to decongest the large class sizes. Abandoned infrastructure in the basic and senior high schools and TVET schools, including the famous E-blocks, will receive priority attention under a new NDC administration. The need to review and improve upon the free SHS TVET policy is no longer debatable. It is a must that we look at the implementation of free SHS again through stakeholder engagements to address the numerous challenges and strengthen its positives. It is thus not surprising that you have incorporated it into the document that you have presented us, which I call the Teachers' Manifesto. We're going to mainstream TVET and
What is from no onion for Alan Kojo Chamanton or the movement for change? I know a cheetah for be and then you can say, Munina, to bum said, Bolga confirm, Apple could the NPP Amanakun Echi. Now, way in an answer movement for change, a cheetah for the same 80 Jamuchim say, NPP Amanakuno Edisika, a share or Mumbebuno Afnoma, waiting an answer Muna etimi Eja movement for change Amanakuna, how waiting me Ekodi, NPP Amanakun Echino. Now Makasa HM say, NPP endis no, or Muni adepopa bia e de ma Ghana for na omo twem se adwuma bia ani oman mu amebu no ebeye instead some de sika no ebebue bia ndwuma se de bia mebu no benye bia no njema ehu hia na eye akwaye some de sika no eye Meto ensam eso jawosa ensam kruye mu na ora Alfred ababi okumi ona otimi edi sadom dudu eni mo nyina etimi ekodom MPP amanyoku no na omo etwem se eya ade na omodom MPP dede na nso no omunim de ba ya omosan ekodi onyafo alanchamanten movement for change party no echi na mo san etwem se 7 February no ora Dr. Mahmoud Baumia a otu Frank Adiama NPP amanyoku no ode nsem bi etija otwem se Ghana for eto aba na de ma na se obebe ya mampanyin na oba aswafo no obete omoso se de be ya ebeba Ghana sikasem afin so aba eto ahodo de do ndwuma nyina so obeyi e de free ho biti se yi levy anampo se betting tax nyina obeyi e de free ho afin so aba be bia ndwuma insem pina na onyamfo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia elitu jam we na nam so enden no nipa pempem a mo onyamfo alanchamanten mche movement for change amanyakunum no omotimi ehuru ebede NPP amanyakunu echi.
It has become evidently clear that we made a mistake, and I'll repeat, it has become evidently clear that we made a mistake that we humbly admit and ready to work to ensure that its dire effect is reversed or averted. Since the 7th February 2024 speech by His Excellency the flag bearer of the MPP, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, we have been asking ourselves questions that borders on the future of this country and the very Ghana that we young people want. It has become unarguably clear that amongst all the political leaders, Dr. Baumia has so far been the one who has clearly articulated the Ghana story. Where we have come from, where we have, what we have to achieve. In order for us to realize the dream of seeing the Ghana we want or seeing Ghana grow, we are left with no other choice than to rally behind that one leader in our time today, amongst all several of them, who has clarity of thought, amongst the several of them, who has clarity of thought, committed to the Ghana dream, who has a proven track record of delivering on what he has been assigned to, and has the mindset of solving problems. That leader without debate is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. The National Democratic Congress, under the flag bearership of former President John Dramani Mahama, presents a plan for our country that raises serious concerns as we approach the 2024 general elections. What we sitting here call the scary alternative. The scary alternative. Here are the reasons why we cannot entrust Ghana to the former president. First of all, he has nothing to lose. You know how difficult it is when you go and you are coming back. Some people will not be happy, even though some people will also be happy. They've encouraged us in a good manner, and they are expecting us to be confident in anything we are doing and just always think clearly and also always think twice about every decision we want to make. I'm saying on authority that nobody has bribed us and nobody can bribe us. I don't know what me as a businessman, and I don't know who can tell me in this country that they've held my hand to any length. You can't bribe me. We are doing fine. We are perfect where we are. But the time comes, you need to rethink your decision, because it's all about the future of this country. and the future.
What in several from no swap for our share acquiring any acquaintance and some so on for Francis as and so by children some 80 Joachim say I buy beer anywhere about waiting me I acquiring as an MPP are buying no much say MPP are buying there so about so and the acquaintance one some day and when you had a dear or yen or in some way 80 Joe I broke up him or Ashanti Mantimum a acquaint for our Muguso more yet nothing so that they are say ya and listen a more CC a moon in some way or the 2 General Chim say Ghana for GD NPP amanya kun na muntimi ento aba emano se da be ya afi bi mbeti mi e break 8
was yeah Ghana nyina obi anu se NPP aban de aban bi anu wa ye kwan se NPP aban wokọ Ghana for na nyina from Wa to Mankasim from Azim to Bolga from Ho to Trede be bia ye kwan na de bia me kan say Ghana for nya gidie MPP aban na say bi obi oso awe kotoro okaso very cry enye den e wom say wiase ye den COVID-19 am wiase ye den enso so still MPP aban afanya sakwan so apesika ye de ye kwan munye gidie ma na Akufo Addo ene Dr. Bawumia aban na yenkwa ne amonyoku a ye wo akomapa ye wo pepa ne wo tema say ye de be siesie Ghana ama Ghana abekra behe sisi ameka say ye wo akwan bi a ehia power kumasi ha so far na nyam du honom ye identify say this year ye be say ye ko hwe bi o menhia ye Ashan ye menhia South ye ko dote ene wo krom e wo menhia North ye ko Suame ko he internal roads aye ni ho nyina ewi am ya so so be constituency ye Bantama constituency e ko kokosu nyina ko he road bi aka ye nyanye ye pe say this year ye
e manije ene ahoro a say ene say dwebedi abaso na mfie tim yenu ni dunso no emra omampanin madom se memesi nanan ewo Asante Mantamu na Ghana ha nyina mantam edu no samre no na region ba kope ene ka akwan a enya na obi tie eno ni finfin Mantamu Asante Mantamu na etoso mienu ka akwan a enye na awrafosem Asante Mantamu ni etoso mienu Omampani na na do ba wa ye kwan pa na de aye ni se wo de da de sen esi jaso na da de sen no ebia uri so ogun manash na we na se na kwan na sen no dodo na ya ye no amanfo bi a om se
every summer from Kwapim La Paz market ejedi from La Paz market am nem 80 jamu chem se omo MC no empe baby emfa mom no muntimi enton ade e honum na ensem enchemo echese La Paz ejedi ebie honum onom se overhead anyway ntino cars na moba omo kunkum nimpa basabasa ende wo twam de be wan saka abo enti we e na so MC ne pese sa ekunkum etu entwente be overhead e honum se da bia cars ne ba ometo omobo ase enti we no e wo se ejedi foi na etimi efri ho na ejedi free ho bia kwa DMC nya de efa no ho na ochem se betimi akotene fe dwenu mbra na waba na we shi na nam se dwedifon so omote ase enye ye fi se omoso nyemo na moto na moto edidi obi ha wagelo na otanyem na ekochiaka na lo nso de nipa no onim se bia wo kwa edwuma na se wo nkwa edwuma do ni ma ne se oji ne sekenti no omose MC se onpa baby en from no mdi kan entina enton ade no wi na mom so mo ye overhead ni wi na mo asan akwa dedim
La Paz ani boy junction yes e on be overpass wa ha overpass no ma be no fine e boy because cars e bo nipa wa ha na nipa so ne de ya ade enye fe se wo oti ha na obi ka abona ma na egu de be enye fe abani se o overpass amaye eye de pa na mo de yes MP4 ne se omo ma ye baby fine ya papa bo ama wa ma ne nkrofo no eye kwan na chi hafo no wa ma mo baby a ye tu ye no omo kwakwahedwa wo ho but ye Mami Teresa oni abekasa wo se baby eni wo sese a ye benya na so ye besre ye kasa im se mo kasa fidie yusu ye kasa amansa nyina etie ye besre ye maame ne se kokomoti we ya de to aba e de ma obi bia president o MPO asemi ma yo hwan yo kokomoti we ya ye sra mo se omo mpe baby ma yen na ye nso ye hyedwa ne afanya adwuma hwa ye ma no na anadwo na ye se ye nko na ye mbra mbe hyedwa enwumre be 5 o'clock se bi se metin san wo ma me de na maba menya baby en hyedwa enti ye besra mpanifo ye besra mo omo mpe baby ma yen
ye pene se ombe ye overhead ne san se aha no crossing ni kai bo ni padodo eti ye pe say a yes say aban ye overhead no na ye hawo kakra ne say ye ma ye hwedwa wo kwan ho me container ne ya pagya kosi e asai omo ba ye no omo se ye mpagya ye neema ya pagya ene ye nya ba bi kakra bi ahye they say omo so omo ba abepam ye yeso me gilon me ho jira me omo ye senka omo be kurosu kwan no kra na ka ye nya ba bi atena omo anye they say yes ye nkotena fie me ma wo school mu enti hawo de bre ne say ye kotena fie no a ebe chansa no mo wie nti ye paban chew eboa na so emoa ye to ade o ha na ye didie na ye hwe ye ma no kankan ne ye kru no mawi ne ni ska no mo pam ye na ya jiji nkofo lo nso de ye adwuma yi no mo pam ye na sese o mo pa che se nye den o kira mo te se me amete ye kra me na ma kra me twa hwe ewu a na because of overhead ya mo pam ye ntia because wo ko tena fie a lo nru ade onim se wo ti fie obe down obe frew unyanya akwa na ye mahyew
akwa na nipa efa no adwadefo ma yanya beti kwan no afa amakasa bebre tamben and overhead omo beye na yensu yenya ye ne aduane me ne hu kase me ba university me tue school fees me gi loan na me de aye adwuma sesi amosi yenko mo amompe ba bia amaye se yenko nko sedwan say musi yenko ya be ye dan etua ye loan na ya jeje no
in the first place no cry say so mutran ho in the first place no say so mutran ho nti say ba be ye bridge na wo see ye ma obi bi emfa nko trans anya bridge na omunso aka abobọ mo no omo adwen ho e wo say
Ebushi anya for John intim for jo swafo abedechi a mo hwe enwoma ensam so ne ndey odensam atije ochem se acheche for ensahwe a mo hwe e wo aman mu no etimi abo menya acheche for apa bi na mo timi echade ye pa e wo aman mu na mo san echemu se sa ensahwe eboa emetimi ehu cheche ni dia wa bin na ochem se wotimi twa ensahwe na sa pass dia ana wodi nkunima obeboa ama wanya adwuma aye afin so besan ama osika wodi betwitwa ohun nsem bi se no pani editija.
The essence of this exam is to ensure that after our teachers are trained in the various colleges of education and universities where they have undertaken their training in education, they possess the minimum requirements to teach in our classrooms. These standards are the minimum standards required for any teacher to teach in any parts of the world. And for the past 6 years that we've been implementing the teacher licensure examination, it has lifted up the standard of teaching in this country. It has impacted on outcomes improvement in our education sector. And I always say that nobody would be comfortable to be on a flight when you know the pilot doesn't have the license to fly. But believe you me, the most crucial flight anyone or group of people can be on is a flight of education. So it's important that we are sure that the people who are going to be deployed to teach our learners are people who have the requisite licenses. Teachers are members of the noble profession. And I have not seen any profession in any part of the world that is as important as the teaching profession. And therefore, it's a prestigious policy. It's a policy that is essential. It's a policy that gives confidence to the teacher that yes, I have my basic training education, all right, but beyond that, just as other very key professionals do, I have gone beyond that to pass the tests, and I have the confidence and the license to step into the classroom and teach and impart knowledge and nurture talent. So there's a policy that has come to stay. There's a policy that has wide acceptation from stakeholders. No one is interested in anyone failing. If it left for us, I have the chairman of National Teaching Council here, the president of Prinkoff also here, all of us, Minister for Education, the president, the registrar of NTC, we all wish that every candidate that sits meets the requirement, the minimum requirements, and we would want to see 100% pass rate. However, you have occasions where we are not able to get the required numbers passing. But it is a standard that is set, and therefore, meritoriously, those who pass it are posted to the classrooms, and we encourage those who are not able to pass it at the time they set it to reset it. We've also further encouraged National Teaching Council to bring further innovation, which we have seen them introduce into the examination, and that gives prospecting a teacher.
Ebushamo for Kopimo, Ewa, Ashanti Mantimu, Ashanti Regional Security Council, and there you copim quite so on your market and penny for Ebu Ejodibian and away in a Namswam, Ejodibia for an air chum say, and once on a while and a binum edda, a one a binum a so musical bow of Pujuma on coffee, or the Jodibia one I and the Bibi and say, and they am penny for will nature say, or Menuso, I am the toto. No more sign HMC, and Shada and Bomb and Kai Pepe, be a refugee to me, Ebu Dan, and say, I don't much read a padepa as an ashram Yama, or Bohan Yaman. Ebanes had went to me and ye may bujan eddy a buswa, I and a kind in pennyfonche, nay your mom sikaka crabby said that we met me that on Macano esu.
And never be able to go, Papa. How did the brother me down Minukuno? Me on a grey school, me no appear. Oba may not to me say, some glad major schools ever come in. Aha wompa se se ayase me nsesa me nem kwa me nim ba bia me de nem koto ho ana me nim de amadi de na amadi atiti ne doso wo tuni pa kran po a mana yi kakra.
We were told that they are selling the place for us. That's what our elders told us, and we were getting money to pay for it. And so far, what we were able to gather, let me give you the money that the chiefs and elders have taken from us. How will you take all this money and you are coming to tell us that we are relocating us? To where?
Because there are more than 100 sheds, as you can see. And I've been there myself personally. I've gone there several times. I was there just last week Friday. When we got there has been 18 sheds. And with the land size, looking at the land size, even if they are going to even construct all these sheds, it can't even contain the number of sheds we have currently.
Those who went and surveyed the place told us that the place is too small. It cannot take. We had about 150 sheds here, and there is only 18 sheds.
Oko Babiana Yewono, Ahono Yewo Pata by 150. And also Bahano, Usha, Hana Patana 18. Until ye how say. Fanese o fa Pata 150. Now they call Pata 18. Na dia omo ye ka hono kra e bia high kra be 50 nti sisi ya ba ha yentimin entna.
The main road from Kwadesi to Kejetia, traffic is always heavy here, and look at the big trucks. In fact, it's always uncomfortable.
Me budget na me ye no eso beti
Ebushami aboafo nkrato aba me ba ka sebonde aka bia mosomfo me de be somosompa.
Would you like to own a home, start a business, provide seed money, or a good education for your children? The Pro Wealth Plan answers all of life's questions. This is Ekwa 9. She wants to be an engineer in future. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Hammond, plan to give her the best education but don't want to be unnecessarily burdened when she's ready for university in 10 years. Do you know how much it will cost Ekwa to go to a local private university or university abroad in the next 10 years? Ekwa's parents have signed up to a Pro Wealth Plan. They pay affordable monthly premiums that ensures they are able to fund Ekwa's university fees and living expenses. When she's ready for university, Prudential will pay the maturity benefit and her parents can enjoy free insurance cover for an additional 5 years. In the unfortunate event that her parents pass away, Prudential will pay over 200% of the sum assured, which is 100% immediately, 10% annually to keep Ekwa in her current school, and 100% at maturity for her chosen university. This means that Prudential Life has guaranteed Ekwa's education regardless of life's uncertainties. The Pro Wealth Plan also covers a spouse or partner up to the same sum assured. With over 26 million customers, 24,000 employees globally, and over 170 years experience, you and your family can have peace of mind knowing that you are in safe hands. Whatever your financial goals are, the Pro Wealth Plan has the answers to life's questions. Call us today and let Prudential secure your future.
Ebushame science so ema akwa babim infamre Hstv so safi na de kasanfone no ato ha jana me ka o say no mpemu akan kase bono wasubisha wutie ewo Hstv na me cho ensam na eso jana me kokwa wie ewo ho na nananum atnem kwanjo amo ho bia e fro asogri e de sem etudo mu chem say ho technical university no penifo bia e madwen say ambese edin no say da ben metimi ayan sakra ewo school no mu na so ende nananum atnem kwanjo mu asogri si nya da makwan ya metimi ahasa school ni na mo chem se school no e amambre esan e enkaidum e de mom enti so mo pene mo bia esa school ni di na ya ade a e be yi
express their disapproval of the decision to rename the university to the Honorable Regional Minister when they called on him at the Volta Regional Coordinating Council on March 2nd, 2018. The Sovereign State Council wishes to remind the authorities of the whole technical university that major decisions affecting the university should be made in consultation with the relevant stakeholders.
Ebusha hana mbro mama kwan mama di no mpemu akan keseboni na ebesi ensam hodo bia wotie e kesebemu ene se achechefo enkabomu ku meche setag na mode ensam etije mu chem se o ma mampene his excellence na arodanko akofado enkosi me no bosum na da etosu edonu ba ko infimpi men edunan mu se ensam kan ya omna kan na so wantimi end the studio na eyade a o meko strike Sarah Enshna yenkane mampene John Dramani Mahama and you all sign 82 franca ejam ndc amnyoko no den some atudwe say Ghana for tabed the manners of bar TVET any Ibrax na eyade be yensakai ewu Sarah Nsuna John Anton Nyamfo Alancha Martin Echita from the movement for change for no omne sem etije mu chem say MPP amnyoko no ehye amokwafo no kutupa edisika mom say the be ya ometimi ehuru ebegina NPP amnyoko no echi What sign ATV say the form wala pass the same ATJ muchem say in penifo endi kan emam ejodi bia for France ansana dada na use no omwetimi ayeni and some binim ekawim na bobo ano ebeje obano simone dressa edibasom we say no pemu akan kasebo Hstv so asida enkoma production equity na won so a wo hwe me madawase medin ade na ma ADEPA dugan makrao